Thank you very much. We signed this. That's our next president right there.
Okay. Good. They winning?
Yes, 73.
All right, Mr. Santroum, just explain for me how things will be back in the Ohio Valley a couple months removed from your president.
It's great to be back. Folks here were just really great to us during the campaign, and as you know, we sort of felt a little bit home here, being just across the river over in Pennsylvania. So it's good to be back, and a lot of energy and enthusiasm here. And I think people here realize how important elected Governor Romney is. That Barack Obama's war on energy, which is in a sense a war on our standard of living, is something that is going to particularly devastate eastern Ohio and western Pennsylvania. And so it's important that we get out there and get people motivated so they can maybe offset some of the more liberal areas of our states.
Right. And what was your goal coming out here to Barnesville today? Just explain that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I want everybody to know out here and that we're waving the flag for Governor Romney and Paul Ryan, and we believe that they're the answer to problems that are confronting us here in this area of the country, and that a re-elected Barack Obama will be economically devastating for this area of the country, and look, for all of us, ultimately everyone will suffer if energy prices continue to go up, and they will go up. If the Obama administration continues to deny permits for mines and for wells and offshore and in the Gulf, and will become more and more dependent on Iran and other countries around the world which are not our friends and which are increasingly hostile to us. So this is a prescription for disaster, not just on energy, but on the quality of life of the country.
I mean, how much different is this visit from when you were here last time? I mean, just how different?
The issues are the same. What we talked about when we came out here last time were very much the same. And the objective when I came out here the last time was to make sure that we would defeat Barack Obama. That his radical policies are destructive for our values in our country. And Governor Romney is the guy that's in place right now to do that, and that's who we have.
And I mean, I have a question for you, but it's a little more personal. But a lot of people say Romney's out of touch. And you have, you've met him personally, unlike many of us. I mean, just talk about, what your comments are.
One of the things I just caution everybody that, the media has its objectives, and the national media, wants to paint every single Republican as, out of touch or, extreme or, just something that shows that, well, these guys aren't us. Well, they are us. I'm us. I'm part of the fabric of western Pennsylvania, and that's where my grandfather and dad worked, and my grandfather was a coal miner, and Mitt Romney is from the Midwest. I mean, he's from Michigan, and his dad was in the car industry, and he understands the values of this country. The person who's not us is Barack Obama. Barack Obama has a very radical ideology. He's someone who has learned that ideology from some of the most radical schools in the country. The people he hung out with were some of the most radical people that we've seen in this country in a long time. And if you look at the people he's appointed, they are very, very far to the left, and his ideology is that way. So be careful what you buy into from what the media tries to sell you. Look at the values that Governor Romney's talking about, the traditional American values, not this left-wing theology that Barack Obama's trying to pervade in this country.
So much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming.
Senator, how's it going?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
It's good to be back.
Been busy?
Yeah, I've been running around. I was in Connecticut last night and Columbus today. Here.
All right. Keep it short and quick. First of all, I want to ask you about Todd Aiken. You came out, Senator Domingue came out backing him. Do more Republicans need to get behind him? Is there enough support behind him right now?
My feeling is that we can win the presidency, but if we don't have 51 senators, we're not going to be able to repeal Obamacare. And we can't be in the business of saying, well, because a guy makes a dumb statement, which he's apologized for and has admitted his mistake, that somehow or another that disqualifies you. You've had 16 years of public life and served in Congress honorably and has a voting record consistent with the values of our party. So, I don't know what the Republican establishment is what their objective is, but if they want to repeal Obamacare, we better hold the Senate. And to hold the Senate, we better win Missouri. And I looked at the last two polls out of there that has it as a dead heat. I think Aiken will win the race, and we're going to do everything we can to help.
Does Mitt Romney need to come out and support Aiken? Would you like to see that?
I think the entire Republican Party should stand up and say, you know what, he's our candidate. It's too important for the future of our country not to have a majority in the Senate in this upcoming election. And I'm hoping everybody will join in and support the cause.
And right now we're in Ohio. A lot of polls right now have Governor down a few points to the president.
I know what that's like.
You know what that's like. What does he need? How did you overcome? I mean, you were
well, you know, 6 weeks is a lifetime in politics. We've got a debate coming up this week. We've got another debate. There's a lot of time, and I think there's still a lot of folks who are jumping around in these polls, moving all over the place. I'm confident that Mitt Romney will win Ohio, and he'll win the election. People here understand how dangerous this president is, and that Governor Romney has a solid plan based on the values that made this country great to turn our economy and our country around.
All right, last question. You just said dangerous. Well, in what way do you mean the president's dangerous?
Well, I mean, just look here on the energy front. I mean, what he's doing, he's shutting down coal plants, he's shutting down mines, he's shutting down oil and gas drilling. They're not allowing any of it on the federal lands here in this country. You're just seeing this president continue to drive up the cost of energy. And of course, you have to get your energy from somewhere else, which is, exporting it from the Middle East, which is a dangerous place, or from Venezuela. We could get it from Canada, but he doesn't want to build the Keystone Pipeline, so we can get it from Canada. I mean, this is a president who is going to drive this country to economic ruin because of a phony ideology that somehow or another he has to control the seas rising and falling. It is not backed by science, and it is not good for the quality of life of the people in this country.
Senator, thank you.
You bet.
I'm Ryan. Hi. Nice to meet you, finally.
Ryan, good to see you. Thank you for coming out.
Brianna, probably Katie.
Take cheese over there. Cheese.
Lucky day.
That's right.
Just and how much of an honor it is to have Rick Santroum come out.
Well, it's a real honor. Rick is very well thought of. Senator Santroum is very well thought of here along the river, and it's great to have him here today. Not only helping to celebrate the Pumpkin Festival, but to advance the pushback on the war on coal. It's important. I mean, all you have to do is ask the thousands of Americans that are without a job. Those thousands are threatening to lose their jobs now because of the administration's war on coal. And it's a very real thing to them. So I'm very proud of the work that we've done in passing the Stop the War on Coal Act with bipartisan support. I'm glad that Senator Santroum came here today to help us advance that cause as well.
Thank you very much. Yeah.